Oh, what's up, guys? Now, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't touched this game in forever, but when I used to play Deepwoken, the game was hella dry. Now it's catching on to everybody else that it's really nothing to do in Deepwoken. I'm gonna be listing every single thing that Deepwoken has added that just ruined the game, if I'm being honest, and it really just turned it into the state that it's in right now, which is just dry, nothing to do. All right, now the first things first is them making enchants more common. When Laplace was first added, this wasn't even a bad thing. The whole them making enchants just available for everyone was not a bad thing. Now, once layer 2 did come by and you could get basically any enchant that you wanted, just anything, right? That was still fine. It was really good for people like me who play the game casually. If I'm being completely honest, this was a W change, but the only problem with Deepwoken when they added this is that there's nothing that gives you the same satisfaction of getting enchants way back then. When people got enchants back then, they were actually excited. It was a big deal. I used to be a bounty hunter, bro. When you wiped someone with an enchant, it used to be a big deal. Like nowadays, your friend wipes, no one really cares, just remake the build. Back then, if you wiped with an enchant, bro, that was a major loss, bro. A major loss. And this is going to go to my second point, which is Deepwoken is way too easy and it has no risk. Alright, so this problem really started happening when layer 2 first came out, and I'm gonna go over all the reasons. And layer 2 itself was just so overhyped. Every single YouTuber, they're like, oh, the layer 2 mobs are going to be so different. Layer 2 is going to be like something you never seen before, and it's going to have risks. The rewards are going to be crazy. They were just saying all this type of stuff, but hey, I don't blame them, and I feel like layer 2 would have been way better if this one thing was just never added, and that is light hook. Personally, I like risk to the game, that's just me, but it's some type of different feeling you get when you actually beat something and it has risk to it, okay? If you guys don't play Rogue, you don't know what I'm talking about, but in Rogue, when I was trying to get Uber Oni, right, and I died a couple times to Big Hoss's Shadow, but I eventually beat it. It's just way more satisfying. But what I looked at layer 2 as is basically a private dungeon where you can get infinite loot and have no risk. But yeah, it was just super easy for everyone to learn layer 2 with no risk. I feel like it made it so much more boring, bro. Like imagine you and your friends, right? Y'all didn't have light hook and y'all gotta fight Chaser. It's like, okay, bro, we gotta tee up, no joking around. Like we actually gotta tee up, you know, we'll beat Chaser, get this loot. But it's like, no, that's not how it works. It's like, oh yeah, we're at Chaser, it's fine if we die, guys, you know, we'll just get sent back up, it's fine if we die. I feel like risk to Deepwoken would be nice because I had my builds for so long, okay? My builds do not wipe. Now I did wipe a curved blade build to like those little spirit NPCs, but that's the only time I wiped recently. I can't remember any other build that wiped that I made that I didn't wipe it on purpose. It's a actual challenge to wipe. It's not even funny. And if you guys do still wipe on Deepwoken, you honestly just need some experience, which you're going to get eventually. And you're probably just a new player and that's all. Or I don't know, you're like a laggy player or something. I really don't think people are still having skill issues to like Enforcer nowadays or Corrupted Owls or anything. But yeah, you can't really wipe to NPCs. It's very hard to wipe in this game, and you're really not going to wipe. You can have your build forever. All right, so the next thing is Chime, and I do enjoy Chime at times, but Chime right now is the only end game to Deepwoken. Once you max out your build, most people are just playing Chime, and that's basically it. Now, Chime has totally killed ganking, okay? If you guys played way before, you know it was ganks happening like non-stop. It was just so much ganking going on. It was just a whole bunch of guild wars. Then you had Deep League, you had people doing 5v5s. It was fun. The game was actually really fun, bro, when I was like competing in that type of stuff. Now it's just Chime, and it's kind of killed everything in a sense because nothing is really rewarding. Like way back then, I wanted to be good at PvP so I can actually start winning wagers, getting my enchants up, and making builds that I wanted to make, right? Now, if you're good at PvP, the only thing you really get is clout, I guess, and a name on the leaderboard, which is cool. I really wish they would actually add rewards for Chime and actually add more rewards for overworld ganking as well, which there was the Etris event. The Etris event was so fun, bro. The Etris event is the most fun I've had on Deepwoken, okay? But yeah, the Etchers incident was just so fun, okay? So you used to get these big chests just filled with gems, and gems used to be really rare back then. And then you would also get this armor called the Justicar, which was the best armor in the game at that time. Now they nerfed it, so it's not the best armor anymore, but yeah, the Justicar used to be the best armor in the game defense wise. The same thing that happened to Rogue is basically happening to Deepwoken with Chime, and that's when Rogue lost a good amount of its player base playing the actual game, and they just started sitting in private servers. It's legit the same thing that's happening to Chime right now. That's why there's not as many ganks as there was before. Alright, the last thing will be balancing. What I've seen is developers, every time they add something new, they make it overly broken for some reason. Like they do this on purpose too. There's no way that people tested Iron Sing and you guys are like, oh, that's balanced. There's absolutely no way. The same thing with Shadow Vortex. Shadow Vortex, like the list goes on and on. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully this game does make a comeback. I'm not like just trash talking Deepwoken. I hope the game does improve in the future and actually give us some type of content, because layer 2 was not it, bro. Layer 2 was not it. It was way too overhyped. It was literally nothing to do. They added some new oaths. It was more build diversity, but there was nothing to actually level up your character. It was still the same power cap. It was nothing really there. But yeah, that's basically it for the video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and see you guys